Good morning, everybody. This is day 12 on the trail. Feeling good. Going to try to get to Mike's place. That's pretty far, but I'm starting at 7 o'clock, and I'm just going to start moving on. Things I was thinking about this morning was just breaking down camp and getting ready to walk. I woke up at 5:40, basically 20 till 6. And started moving and getting ready. It's now 7 o'clock on the dot. Taking an hour and 20 minutes to get ready is kind of killing me a little bit. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably spend some time today thinking about how I can speed this process up just a little bit. But that's the great big thought of the day for me. Nothing too exciting. I'll be passing Warner Springs today and moving a little bit closer to the Pleasant Valley Cafe. So we'll see what happens today. Everybody have a good one. I just passed, it was easily 60 people on the trail, which is a lot. That's a lot. That's the largest I've ever seen coming up a trail. I've seen like 10 and 12 before, but that was crazy. I was standing there holding one of the livestock gates, and finally they're like, there's a lot more of us, you might want to go on, and they took it over for me. But that was kind of cool. They're all going to Eagle Rock. But the word of the day is moist. There's a lot of moisture in the air. My tent fly was wet on both sides, which I didn't realize it was wet on the underside. It wasn't dripping on me or anything, but I'm definitely going to have to dry everything out. So it looks like the sun's trying to peek out, but that looks pretty awesome, I think. Sun's going to be peeking out at some point, I think, and when it does that and the ground kind of dries out, get everything dry in preparation for tonight. For the first time, I actually moved my rain jacket and my rain pants to the top of my pack, so if I get a surprise early, then I'm prepared to don my rain gear and either keep hiking or shelter up really quick. So I'll let you know. I have some company on the trail today. He knows I'm here, he just doesn't care. More company. Spent 15 minutes getting through that sodden mess, about 100 yards of just moshy, mushy, nasty cow water. Feet are wet, but not soaked. I am 1 hour in to my day. I'm 2.3 miles down the trail, and I'm stopping because for the first time I'm hungry. Not starving, but I haven't felt really hunger since I started walking. So I knew that this private campground was going to be here. There's one table, but it's exciting. I like sitting at a table. So I'm going to have a real breakfast. I've already had my coffee. That's what I do first thing in the morning. And I'm gonna eat, and then I'll just keep going, because I figure if my brain is sending me hunger signals, then my body needs the fuel. So I'm gonna do that. It's probably gonna take 20 minutes because it's got to dehydrate. It's one of the dehydrated breakfasts. But I stopped digging in it because I'm afraid the crinkling and crinkling was overcoming my voice. So, but it's a beautiful area. That was my food bag. So a bunch of oak trees around, and it's nice and grassy and green. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy breakfast. Talk to you later. Okay, so that was a 17-minute break. First thing in the morning, so I don't know. I think it was worth it, fueling up the body, but it's starting to get sunny again too, so I kind of missed walking in the cool temperatures. But I wanted to say one last thing before I finished up with this campground, or this picnic area. It is approximately 2 miles from Warner Springs, and I spent all day yesterday wondering if there was water and like a pit toilet or facilities of any kind. And the answer to that question, for anybody that's following me, is no, there isn't. So nice place to have breakfast, and it would be a nice place to camp if you carried the water, but there's nothing else but the picnic table and camping spots. Good morning, it's 10:23. I got to this stream here exactly 10 o'clock. I've done 5.8 miles so far, so I'm pretty happy with this morning. And it's just been a really nice morning actually. There's been some climbs, but it's not all climb, and I've been in shade a lot, which has been really nice. A little break from the sun for me. So I had a snack here, so now I've had coffee, breakfast, and then this snack. I'm really trying to focus more on getting more calories in throughout the day. I think that's going to make my day easier. Obviously, it will. I know. I just wasn't eating. I know I'm not eating enough. So yesterday I had coffee, and then that Trail Magic. I ate quite a bit, but I didn't eat again until dinner. And I think that was part of my malaise yesterday. So really enjoying today. Some nice scenery, and it's mostly going to be a lot of ups and downs, but mostly going up a canyon until the end of my day. So I will talk to you later. So everybody shows the trail from like a nice viewpoint or from shade, and they're kind of talking about how it's been. What I don't see a lot of, and what I don't show, is this. So it's now noon, it's sun exposed, it's rocky, and it's up. But to get the cool views, to get the shade, to get all the other cool content, this is what you do. You do this to get to those. And then you stop. And you look at it and say, the valley where I was this morning. Not bad. It is 3 o'clock, and it seems like I haven't stopped climbing today. I'm still climbing, but some impressive views. Starting to get worried about getting my stuff dried out and getting into my tent before this rain, if it rains. Pretty amazing sound after 8.2 miles. I was very happy to hear that. Okay, this is going to be a two-part closing. So here's camp tonight. I'm just drying out my stuff really quick before I crawl in. It's going from sunny, which it is right now, to like dark clouds. The last weather report I saw was 3 days ago, and it had rain starting tonight. So I ran into a guy that was day hiking with his girls, and he actually did the PCT back in 2011. His name's Camel, and he checked the weather for me really quick, and it looked just sunny. So kind of conflicting reports. I am battening down the hatches for rain. So I'll send it back now towards my camp, as it's as somebody else said in the comments and far out, a very Barney Rubble vibe around here. So I'm on kind of a ridge line. There's rocks holding down my tent because I can't get stakes into the sandstone, because it's sand and then the sandstone right underneath it. And here's the rest of the view. Really unique. So I have all of my stuff inside my tent weighing it down, and then I'll be in there weighing it down. So there you go. I mean, the blue skies look great. Here, the cloudy skies behind me look horrifying. It's chilly and it's windy, and I'm actually kind of getting ready for a cold night. So we will see. And then I will do part 2 of closing inside my tent because, again, it's cold. Okay, final wrap up for day 12. So I'm at mile 123.8, and I did 14.6 miles today. Elevation was over 2,200 feet of elevation gain. And it was a good day. This morning, very cruisy. Really got a lot of miles in pretty quickly. Well, first of all, I did not make it to Mike's place. I am 3.3 miles short, and that I ended up going in short because between 10:30 and 11, I was jumping over a creek, and I like strained, hyperextended my right hamstring. I don't know. It hurt. It hurt for a while, and I've really been working on my technique for going uphill, which requires a lot of hamstring. So my whole pace kind of got thrown off from that. The other thing was it was a little tough today. The weather was great. It was cool. I didn't need much water, so I didn't carry much water. That part was all excellent. The hamstring slowing me down sucked, especially because it was so much ascent, and it's really hard to tell on the app that I use because I use an iPhone. Their markers for ascent doesn't really work very well. It doesn't work, and they know it's a problem. They're working on it, but I kind of have to guesstimate, and I don't really like looking, mostly because I have to do it no matter what it is. So if it's an ascent, great. If it's a descent, great. I still have to hike it. So I don't really look. But today it was tough because I started climbing. I'm like, oh, good, there's the top. And then I get to the top and it's a false summit. And that just happened over and over and over again. So I actually looked, and yeah, I'm over 2,200 foot of ascent. And I'm sure it's more closer to 2,500 or so because you get to go up and down. But the hamstring, it really affected my day-to-day, I gotta say. There's lots of aches and pains. My feet have actually felt better the last couple of days, knock on wood. But something else always seems to come up. So it was just kind of a little frustrating, especially because I did have such a big goal to get to Mike's. But that's okay. But so overall mood, good. You start, I don't know. I was in my head a little bit today. The pain affected it today. So was it the best day ever? No. Do I want to leave? No. I'm doing good. So I'll keep you guys updated. I just looked. I am 38 miles from Paradise Valley Cafe. It's looking like that's going to be 2 days for me, no matter what I do. Obviously. But the next water from me is Tule Spring, which is 12.3 miles anyways. So I'm going to spend tomorrow kind of head down and just get into that spring, and then I'll make a decision from there. So hopefully the hamstring resolves itself overnight. It actually was feeling better this afternoon than it was this morning. I really thought I damaged it for a minute, for a couple hours. But it is doing much better. I noticed that I was able to walk more normally, so hopefully it was just a twinge. But I'll take care of it tonight, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Have a good one.